What if God was one of us? Well, a bunch of liberals would want him to settle. A bunch of conservatives would hate him because he's not purely one race. And America in general would say we separate church from state here in a very obnoxious psychological operation kind of way. And they would say, we don't like how you put yourself above us, especially because you're not white. This video is called Immaculate Truth and Conception versus Misconception. Honor and a worldly perspective of the Egyptian deities will be the key points and the main topics of discussion. Anos, which is a root for honor. We can extract hones from that, sharpen, make effective. Ra needs to generate, and he self-generates from his body. When he's in a man's form, he brings in the next generation of pharaohs. So now we are seeing the end of Ra. Like Nietzsche said, God, in the eyes of the worldly scum, will be dead. He will become hidden. And the ancient Greeks and some of the Jews' perspective of God as the hidden one will come to pass when I die. So, who bears the light? Who is the light? And what is the difference? When we talk about the star, Bob Marley's song, Iron Like a Lion in Zion, they want to be the star, so they're fighting tribal war. Why aren't they, fighting some kind of technological chemistry kit battle? Because they want to be the bright shining star and not the bull that covers the light. So Optimus, right? To opt out. Who is Optimus Prime? Who's the alpha, right? Who's the prime? Who's number one? There always has to be a number one. No matter how much they make up stuff and say there's always someone better. No. There's always one person who's the tallest of any generation, one person who's the heaviest, and so on. There's one person who's the best martial artist, and that's me. And we are entering an age of technology and disgrace where no one is allowed to connect to the divine because they are benefiting from ill-gotten gains, or they are focusing on artistism, the art of trickery, being a trickster, the illusion, painting the picture and not being the picture. And that is what rays are. They're like little bits of paint, right? All you are is a little bit of paint. I am the picture. I am the core. I am the essence. I am the message of the painting. I am what they're trying to portray. You're just wet paint. Caution, wet paint. So Optimus Prime is the guy who wants to opt out the most of Babylon's system because he is the sun. And the sun cannot stand the darkness. It destroys it. It cannot coexist with it. And so therefore, when this plays out in the flesh, all the stars of the night that can come and go and no one gives a shit, get together and try to cover up the sun. As above, so below in this sense. Again, I am not a Mason. I'll show you some pictures of my family at the end. My grandma, my grandfather wearing white on my dad's side, and my great-grandfather, 33rd and 1/3 degree Mason, as was told to me, who got there the hard way. My grandmother, who's still alive, told me. Anyway, so the core, the heart, the center, the source of light. What is the core? What is the heart of hearts? What is the center? The center of Africa is Biafra, it is Nigeria, it is the core of the heart. Okay, and around the core, there are bones, skull and bones, right? There are other tribes surrounding the heart, which is Biafra. So Ra versus rays, which are light beams that can be easily manipulated. Can you manipulate the core of the sun? No. But you can symbolically manipulate light rays by using your curtains, right? By using mirrors and reflection and so on, okay? Reflection. So the light directed by man, the self-direction of the light. Who bears the light, right? The bear. You can't bear it? You can't stand it? Who bears the light? Some despicable scum who can stand to be a despicable dog covering up the core and the heart and the essence of truth. A bitch-ass Ebert. The lion and the lion are connected. Okay, so when we talk about honor, right? A Nor? No, that is the bad spell, right? The Nordic. The people who separated themselves in the known world at the time the most from Africa were the Northern Europeans, the Nordic. Okay, so nor you don't have the spirit, nor do you have the dick, nor do you have the staff, the staves. You know, you set the stage, but you don't set the staves. God does. And I am God's representative on earth, not Trump, and we'll get into that later, not any kind of sicko, not a group of sickos. If everyone in the world got together and said, we don't believe you, I am still the son, and they are something less together because they're in defiance of the divine order. So when you put God in man-like characteristics, and you consider what Nietzsche had to say, and we'll get to that later, it explains it very well as well. So they are the people that took a piss on their ancestors. In other words, we might call them Sir A Piss, because they took a piss on their ancestors who were consistent with the divine order, so they could go out when no one is looking and take a piss in the snow and make a snowman and say, see, yellow is the color of the sun, so we are the Sun Temple. We are the hair of the empire, the heir. All right, so of course it's bullshit. I'm Haru Otop, the hierarchy, right? Our key, the key to the gates, not the key to some man-made structure or some concrete jungle city, the key to the city, like some fucking pussy or something, right? Anyway, so I am the Light Temple Pharaoh, the top war artist with no trickery, no Greco-Roman mystery. Assorted maggots of different colors moving against the Lion of Judah, like, if we work together. You'd have to be a dumbass to roll with that, right? Leading to dumb, you're talking about dumbasses, the Ptolemy. Tall, oh my, I'm like a fucking fat idiot like the flute player. One of the Ptolemies was too fat to stand on his own. Is it a question in any of your minds why they chose the bull and why a martial artist can't be a fat fuck who's too fat to stand on his fucking own? I'm gonna lead him into battle, just cart me out there. You know, imagine trying to carry the ark with a fat fuck, you know, you're like, oh, we're stuck in the mud, you know? Anyway, to the E's, right? Ptolemies, do the wordplay, okay? Silent P in that word. The M is the arc, the T is the plus, and you can add it or take it away. See me Lot, right? And the story of Lot is another reason why God can't stand their ninny, non-African martial artist perspective. He can't stand it, okay? Soter, Ptolemy Soter, right? The tiger, the G is gone. Do the wordplay, the tear or tear. Soter, okay? Regat, tiger backwards. Forgot, fa. Okay. See Leo Pat Ra. Cleopatra, kind of in Bast's kind of image, right? See Leo Pat Ra. And recently someone, I know they seem to have abused her cat and they're financially sabotaging her for helping me out just a little when she's been following their orders the whole time. It shows you how stupid you are if you try to follow the orders, especially if you're a heartless pussy, right? The heartless pussy has no excuse. Look, you're not smart enough to survive, nor are your seeds. They're going to screen you out. You're not a martial artist in its truest form. You know, you're a Light Temple War artist. No, not some fake bitch, but, you know, a Light Temple War artist. And you're not some geek-ass Ebert. You and your family are doomed. The only chance you have is to stand with me. The devil cannot stand you, and if you don't stand with me, neither can God. Okay? So Mark Anthony, Mark and Tone E. Tone E to the devil's tune. Square dancing, and we'll get into that. So now let's talk about honor. Is there honor amongst thieves, especially those who steal the cap of the Pharaoh? Okay? Reflexive honor versus spiritual and timeless honor. Tanks, knights, chariots versus arrows. The spirit, right? A spirit, okay? A light spear, a dart, an arrow. There's a thin line between them, okay? The spearhead, Arrowhead. Arrow. A good name. Okay, these are the definitions in Webster. I'll put it at the end if I have time. I got to shoot through this. A good name, esteem, reputation. Like a mason in good standing, right? His reputation is his honor, not his integrity. We'll get to that. Colleague, that colleague. They use example of a colleague. College, secret society, bitches, drugging everyone. Oh, how honorable. How fucking it's fucking stupid, right? Their perspective is fucking bullshit, and it's stupid, and you have to be a bitch. And the king bitch is not the pharaoh. He's not the king of kings. Okay. That's why it's called descendants, right? Not ascending order. Descending. You're descending into pitiful eBird technology, bitch. All right. A showing of merit, respect. You know. Oh, we give them his merits, right? Because all the traders get together and say, we want the guy who's going to split the pie with us, you know, and run trains on virgins with us, right? Privilege. And we'll get into that in a second. A person of superior standard. Depending on how depending on how this is used and what standard you use, right? Especially as a title of a holder of high office, a judge. Your Honor, thank you for giving us this injustice system that everyone knows is a fucking crock of shit. Especially your wife who has to sleep with your despicable, less than fucking basic human ass. Okay, one whose work brings credit or fame. A shield, keyhole, stern name is displayed, armorial. Escachon, right? Escachon, it comes from escachon, which is written in syllables as is-kakon. Is-kakon is one way to pronounce it, especially with phonetics applied. Of course, the Phoenicians did not get us the Phoenix bird. Imagine Phoenicians trying to take me on, or Shaka Zulu, even though they're slowing down my videos, drugging me, causing me pain, crippling me. I can't even practice, and I'm drugged, and they're slowing my videos down, and they're fuming me, and keeping me from water. I'm dehydrated. I have to drink a bunch of drugged up, you know, drinks all over the place, you know, and depending on how... you know, what kind of drink I have is what drinks I'll resort to. And I have drinks all over the place. You know, my garage is full of them because I don't know which ones are drugged. And you have the bowl. Speaking of the bowl, look at this bullshit. Look at this. Pause it. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to make a part 2. An evidence or symbol of distinction and exalted title or rank. Fucking bullshit in today's society. There's no honor in rank or being a person of renown like the false prophets were, and I go over that scripture in some of my past videos. Watch them. A badge, decoration, a ceremonial rite or observance, a gesture of deference, an academic distinction conferred on a superior student. A superior student? What? Was a fucking evert-ass geek who's going to help them rape and kill everybody? Oh yeah, I wish I was like you, a bitch, right? Fuck that. Fuck that. Supplementing or replacing a regular course. The tricks of the trade, secret societies, working outside to show you how to do well, give you the cheat sheet, and so on. An award in a contest or field of competition. Okay. These are the definitions I do agree with. Chastity or purity. You took her honor, right? They make your daughters a bunch of sluts, and then they save their daughters for someone else, right? For the prince or something, right? Chastity and purity. Okay. This is the other one I agree with. A keen sense, this is the first and foremost. This is the only true definition. A keen sense of ethical conduct, integrity, one's word giving as a guarantee of performance versus people drugging you and making you stumble and break your word, you know. We'll get to that. Social courtesies and or civilities extended by a host, right? The most dishonor is pretending to have honor while causing all people, especially those who struggle to attain honor, to stumble or fall. So the leadership that we have, the fake hierarchy we have, is the most dishonorable of all. Okay, ace 10. 10 through ace in cards, especially of the trump suit in bridge, or in bridge rather. Okay, so bridge the gap. Right? What gap? The abyss? You fucking sickos, right? Pieces of shit, cowards. Hid from my challenge like bitches. No honor having pussies. They remove dueling because they're eberts and they don't want to get hurt. Oh, bitch ass, use cannon fodder ass, won't accept my challenge, don't have my heart. Non-martial art, non-light tempo war artist, actually, type of bitches. Fucking pussy, just despicable dogs. See part 2. I'm going to get into esoteric. I'm going to go through the deities, and then I'm going to show you some pictures of my family, and it helps to legitimize things. We're going to dig deeply. I dig, you know, I'm going to dig deeply, you know what I'm saying? Thank you.